grab a drink. This is the Man Room.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Man Room. I'm Marcus Bridges, your host, and we've got a little bit more teasers for you today. I'm very excited about some of this. Over the next few days before we launch the actual podcast, going to be playing some clips from the first month of shows. We will be doing one show per week, and I've got some clips from some of those shows that are going to be coming up during the month of March that I'm very excited to play you. Now, one of the reasons I decided to start a podcast was because I was having a lot of trouble getting back into radio after I lost my job there about 6 years ago. It's a very tough industry to break into, and you're under the thumb of a lot of corporate control. So I kind of decided to just jump into the pool and do this myself. And one of the cool things about that is I still have a lot of connections from the radio industry, which is going to provide us with some cool people to talk to on the Man Room podcast. Before we get to the clip today, don't forget to go and like and subscribe on Facebook. You can also Gmail me if you want to. That's how I say it. So that's going to become a cool thing. Gmail is themanroompodcast@gmail.com. You can check out the website, www.themanroompodcast.com. And I'll also share all of the links where you can find the podcast as they become available: Spotify, Google, Apple, and the works. Now, I'm just going to set this clip up real quick for you guys. Former Donkey Show fans are going to love this clip because I talked to Tanner here, who's the host of Tanner and Drew on 105.9 The Brew in Portland. Tanner got fired in a very unceremonious fashion from the Donkey Show, and there was a lawsuit involved and a bunch of stuff that we really couldn't talk about. And we got to talk about it on the Man Room podcast because that's what we do on the Man Room podcast. We talk about whatever comes up. So I hope you enjoy this clip with Tanner and I talking a little bit about something that we never got to talk about on the radio. That's the other thing that's tough is the Donkey Show was always known in this city in Eugene where we broadcast from and all up and down the I-5 corridor for being honest. We weren't out there playing characters. We were talking about, like you were saying earlier, our lives and the things that happened to us. And the one biggest thing that's ever happened, they totally shut us down, like straight up gag order. Don't talk about it or it's your job type shit. And we couldn't say anything. And until you came back on the show to talk a little bit about it, 2 years later or maybe a full year later, nobody really knew anything because we couldn't, other than we could say, the company got sued and Tanner got sued. And that's the tall and the short of it. You know, tune in at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And it was tough. And I've always wanted to ask you, is it, you don't feel any anger towards the person that sued you? Is it maybe that you feel absolved because he lost?
Well, that definitely helps. You know what I mean? Like if he would have won that case, I think that would have, because it's just bullshit. It was just a frivolous lawsuit, right? And if he would have won the case, I would have been like, what the hell? But the fact that he won, the fact that we won, it makes it a lot easier. You know, I mean, would I be friends with the guy again? No. But do I have like hatred or anger? I mean, like, no, because it was just kind of a desperate money grab and it was obvious.
Thanks for listening. And transmission.